Journeying through the savory dry snacks of many Indias. Snacks hold a special place in the diet of most Indians. Traditional snacks are rooted in the history, ethos, and geographies of a region. Let's take you on an exciting journey of the many Indias, immersing ourselves in the savory dry snack culture of the country, appreciating its diversity as well as its unifying elements. We distilled information through online curation, went on snack trails with local food experts, chatted with shopkeepers, interviewed food historians, and met consumers. As we moved across the country, we could see a set of 9 clearly emerging snack trends in varying intensity across cohorts and regions. The first one is where looks do all the talking and dry snacks are getting evaluated through the lens of appearance, both snack and its pack. Fusion snacks are an evolving idea, new and exciting. There aren't too many players in this domain and is dominated by branded potato chips, extruded snacks, khakras, and comeback millets. Snacks can be fun and engaging, a welcome distraction, be it scooping condiments, playing with a snack, or enhancing the experience with a multi-textural and multi-flavor feel. Crunch adds to the pleasure of eating.
સ્પેશિયલી એના એક કડક એટલા કડક ને સરસ હોય ક્રિસ્પી હોય છે અને પ્લસ એનો ટેસ્ટ જે લસણનો એના પ્રોપર એમાઉન્ટમાં ટેસ્ટ આવે છે તમને ક્રિસ્પ કડક એની સાથે તમને છે ને એનો પ્રોપરલી તમે જેવા મોઢામાં નાખશો ને એટલે કટ કરતો અવાજ આવશે તમને કટ એના લિટરલીમાં અવાજ આવશે.
But also keeps students mentally alert. Mahesh from Madurai says, during exams, we study all night. I eat snacks to avoid falling asleep. Murukku, Sidai and Shivu, these are crispy, crunchy and keep me awake. Chatpata has a strong presence in street food. There's scope to do a lot more with this flavor profile.
The chatpata-ness of the Indian community by and large is a pan-Indian phenomenon. It travels and it has travelled, depends on the snacks that we are having from region to region, but the chatpata thing binds the entire nation together.
There's a renewed pride in local snacks. An expanded palate and receptive mindset brings an appreciation for authenticity. Today, the everydayness of snacks is much more permissible, offering convenience, physical and emotional satiety. Individual consumption moments have also shot up. Nowadays, it's not uncommon to have dry snacks with main meals and adding a zing to the food. A snack-dominant state like Gujarat makes a meal out of snacks. The consumer is seeking safe indulgence, unwilling to let go of their fried snack treats, but need assurance that oil used is not toxic. Now, let's look at some regional specifics. We entered the study with 14 pre-arranged food zones based on main meals. Physical and cultural backdrop, base ingredients, cooking oil and spices, flavor profile, and texture. In this study, we looked at zones from the savory dry snack lens, focused on dimensions that mattered. Upon review of these dimensions, 14 zones were then merged to create 9 clusters. Let's see how the savory dry snacks of the country land on these 9 clusters. Cluster 1 has a dominant masaledar and chatpata flavor profile. It's rich in namkeen snacks, those tidbit mixtures, and has a range of potato-based snacks. Achari matri, masala chips, navratan mixture are some of its popular snacks. Cluster 2 is known for its tikha and masaledar flavor profile. Spicy Bikaneri bhujia is one of the cluster's most popular snack among other namkeens.
ये पापड़ तो बीकानेर में दोनों टाइम इसके बिना खाना अधूरा रहता है. अच्छा हमारे लोगों में ये तो जरूरी है.
Cluster 3 is one of the largest consumers of savory dry snacks, bulk of which is made from chickpea flour. Known for its fafda, gathia and kakra, and for its balanced flavored snacks. Cluster 4 has its own potent tikka and masaledar flavor with a dash of sweet raisins and coconut, reveals in spice mixes. Chivra, chakli, bakarwadi and padang are much enjoyed. Cluster 5 is known for its spicy hot rice urad dal based snacks, is partial to red chilies such as Guntur and Salem Gundu. Chekori, Sakinalu, Nipattu and Thatai are some of its traditional snacks. Most of the favorites in Cluster 6 are made from fresh produce such as banana, jackfruit and tapioca, and coconut oil for frying.
People come here and buy virgin coconut oil, and it's become such a popular thing now.
Yeah, why? Just ask him to why.
Why? Because I think people are finding it's not processed.
Yeah.
So it's a healthy, organic product.
Yeah.
It's really here, like in my house when you buy it, we dry the coconut, we go take to a mill and process it.
Cluster 7 has a tradition of making snacks from raw and leftover cooked rice. Exquisitely shaped tetri and basi vadi are two such snacks. Cluster 8 is known for its wet snacks, enjoys them tikka and masaledar, spicy jal muri with mustard oil drizzle, taro root chips, mini shingara and chire bhaji are popular here. Cluster 9 is dominantly non-vegetarian, rooted in its aboriginal culture with little history of dry snacks except dried meat. Mild flavor profile snacks are popular, although great potential for tikha with strong presence of the famed Bhoot Jolokia chilies. What we learnt about dry savory snacks from this study: they offer physical, emotional and cognitive nourishment, are eaten at all times on different occasions including meals. A growing interest in tikha and chatpata, curiosity around fusion. Shape, size, color and multi-textural mouthfeel appeals to the consumer. Need for lighter snacks and scope for slightly heavier ones. Crunch is core to snack identity but not given enough attention. Namkeens represent traditional and authentic India, blending traditional ingredients with contemporary needs. Embodying the spirit of lightness and buoyancy could go a long way. Namaste.